Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you all? Hope you all are in the best state of health and iman and enjoying Ramadan as well. Today we are going to discuss some important verses in Juz 3. The very important verse in Juz 3 is Ayatul Kursi. This verse, Ayatul Kursi, is the greatest verse of Quran because it talks about who? The greatest one, our Lord, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in this verse, 5 names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are mentioned. And this verse is very powerful, so much so that the recitation of this verse in the night is a means of protection from shaitan and for the entire duration of the night. When a person recites this verse, so he can get protection for the entire duration of the night. So in this ayah, Ayatul Kursi, what is mentioned? The names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Allah. Our Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, when you hear the barking of dogs and the braying of donkeys in the night, then seek refuge with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why? Because these creatures, they see what you do not see and limit going out when the footsteps have quietened. Meaning outside, when there is silence, when there is no people walking in around, when everybody is gone to sleep, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, do not go out at that time. Limit your going out at that time. Why? Because indeed Allah spreads in the night whoever of his creation that he wills. Close the doors and say the name of Allah upon them. And when you close the door at night, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, say the name of Allah upon them. Because indeed shaitan cannot open a closed door on which Allah's name was mentioned. So when you are closing a door and you mention the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then shaitan cannot open that door. The name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so powerful. The fact is that the person who does not mention the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when he is doing something important, then in reality he is becoming a companion to shaitan. And he is becoming a helper to shaitan. Because he is letting shaitan have a share in what he is doing. Iblis asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that all of your creation has its apportioned provision. So, oh Allah, what is for mine? Every creation has its own apportioned provision. The animals, they have their own food. Birds have their own food. Human beings have their own food. Isn't it? So Iblis said, what is for me? Allah said, that on which my name is not mentioned. So any food that is eaten and the name of Allah is not mentioned over there, then who has a share in that food? Who will benefit from it? Shaitan. Shaitan will benefit from it. So when we say the name of Allah, what are we doing? We are protecting ourselves from the influence, from the participation of shaitan. So how is it that we secure our provision? How is it that we secure our actions, our deeds? By taking the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most powerful name, the most powerful words. Allah. And another name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Al-Hayyu Al-Qayyum, ever living, the sustainer of all existence. These are the names of Allah, and remember, these are no ordinary names of Allah. These names are Isme Azam, the greatest names of Allah. And when a person says these names, Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyum, and he is making dua, then his dua will be accepted. These names are the key to success. When you want that your duas should be accepted, then just make dua with these names. Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyum, please do this and this, this and this. We learned that at one time and one occasion a man made dua. He came to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He was near him, and a Sahabi, a companion of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, was also nearby. And this man, he made dua saying, Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyumu bi rahmatika astaghisu. O originator of heavens and earth, O ever living and eternal, I ask you. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, do you know what this man has made dua with? He said, by the one in whose hand is my soul. This man has called upon Allah by those names which, when he is called by, then Allah accepts the dua. So that man, he takes these names of Allah, meaning when a person makes dua, then that dua, is it rejected? No way. It is going to be accepted. So whenever we want our duas to be accepted, then what should we do? Make dua with these names. It's very easy. Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyum. Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyum. Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyum. This is your today's homework as well. Just memorize this dua. Just 2 words. Allah's name. Allah's greatest names. Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyum. And make dua with these names. Hope you all the best of everything in this life and the life hereafter. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.